Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about 10 mistakes that aspiring models always make. And I'm speaking from experience here. These are mistakes that I've made. I'm a signed fitness model, signed to Wilhelmina in New York City, but I've been with 3 different agencies and I've made these mistakes. Save this video, subscribe for more modeling content, and let's get right into it. Up 1 is lack of preparation, right? Not researching the industry, not researching agencies, not researching and honing in on your niche. So it's important to figure out what type of model do you want to actually be? Do you want to be a fitness model? Do you want to be a plus size model? What do you want to actually represent? And then you need to find the agencies that represent those type of models. Once you find the agencies that represent your niche, you need to find the location. Is it an hour away from you? Is it 2 hours away from you? You want to be honest with yourself because the agencies are going to need you to get to the agency as soon as possible, but you want to be able to both submit online and attend in person. So researching is very key, and a lot of people fail to do their research and they just apply to any agency and say they're going to do any type of modeling. So most importantly, first and foremost, if you want to become a model, you need to do your research. Check out my other videos on defining your niche and finding agencies, but most importantly, you want to do extensive research. Pro tip, check this out. I got signed to my latest agency because I went to their website and I saw that they had a lack for guys that look like me. That research allowed me to research and apply, and it made it easier. It sped up the application process because there was a need to have me on the board. 2, having unrealistic expectations, thinking modeling is easy and you're not going to be doing much work. Let me tell you guys, changing outfits throughout the day is very tedious. Taking photos is not just taking photos. You have to get the poses right. You have to be coachable, listen to the photographer. You have to fit into the aesthetic and the mood for the shoot. So it's very tedious, number 1. Number 2, getting the job is probably the hardest part of the game. You're going to deal with about 90% rejection, so just get that in your head now. This is a very tough industry. It's very tough to become a model and to sustain a modeling career. What I recommend is detach yourself from any audition or any job that you think you're going to get and just tell yourself, I'm not going to get it. Move on. Don't get attached to the job or booking that you potentially might get, right? Even if you're on hold. I've been on hold for so many TV shows and didn't end up getting it. So just detach and understand that this is a very tough industry and you got to put in lots of work, but understand it comes with a lots of rejection. Number 3, having a poor portfolio. This is something I see a lot because I have a modeling community where I help aspiring models like yourself. So click the link in the description to join. But aside from that, you want to have high quality photos. Nowadays, the iPhone is amazing. You don't need a professional camera nowadays, but you want to make sure that you're taking the correct photos that represent and highlight your niche and who you are. For me, I have green eyes, so I like to take my photos and headshots that highlight my green eyes because they stand out. I see lots of people have low quality, just photos that maybe they took at prom in their portfolio, and they also submit this online, and this is something that's going to set you back as well. Make sure you're taking high quality photos. You can use an iPhone, you can use portrait mode, get a solid plain background, clean clothes, iron clothes, switch up the looks, switch up the moods, switch up the locations, hire a photographer, invest in a photographer if it's going to elevate your portfolio and elevate your look. Number 4, ignoring self-care. Listen, not everyone wants to be a fitness model or a face model or makeup, cosmetic model, but understand that if you want to be a model, you have to be able to groom yourself. You have to be able to take care of your fitness, your health and fitness in your body, right? You have to be able to take care of your skin. Get a monthly or weekly manicure and pedicure. Most submissions and auditions are going to ask to see the fronts and backs of your hands. Grooming is very important. For my aspiring male models, I recommend you learn how to shape yourself up. Learn how to cut your own hair. For me, I have dreads, so I have to get my hair retwisted every now and then, right? Grooming is very important, and it shows that you take care of yourself and you take yourself serious. 5, overlooking networking. I see a lot of people failing to network with photographers, agents, and other aspiring models. You know that phrase, it's not about what you know, but who you know. So make sure that you're constantly networking, attending events, reaching out to people on Instagram. You can even find some agency emails on people's bios, but network, ask questions. Maybe you found an agency in your area that represents people in your niche, and you found a model that's on that board. Reach out to them and ask them questions. How are they being treated, right? What's the pay like? What's the response time like? Ask questions, build a network. When you're at castings and auditions, talk to the people in the room. Maybe you can audition and read lines with them at another time. Maybe they know about events coming up. So always get uncomfortable and get out of your shell and network. Add people to your network daily. reach out to new photographers, find aspiring photographers and shoot with them to help build your portfolio. 6, inconsistent branding. This is super important in today's day and age with social media and stuff like that. It's so much easier, but you need to have a specific brand representing who you are. Maybe you're a plus size model that's a female that's in her mid-20s and she's into fitness. Have a specific brand so that people, when they come to your page, they see, oh, this is what this person represents, and she can fit into our brand with this. Understanding that your brand is who you are, and people are not only going to just book you for your look, but who you are and who you represent and what you represent. Also, having a clear, cohesive, and concise brand makes it easier for people to just say, hey, we want to book this person, and now let's fit and alter things according to what they represent and according to what they do. All right, so this is another pro tip. Number 7, disregarding constructive criticism or refusing to adapt to industry standards. Listen, you got to be coachable. You got to be able to understand what's currently working, what's not working. Take advice from others, but take advice from people that are in the positions that you want to be in. Don't take advice from everyone. Listen, imagine I would have took advice from people that told me, hey, you shouldn't be a model. I wouldn't be here right now explaining to you the things that have helped me, right? Talking about my successful career that I've had over the past 10 years. So make sure that you're coachable, but you take the right criticism from the right people. Also, when you're working with photographers and clients, ask them questions. Hey, what did you feel about my performance? How did you feel about my poses? What are some things that I could improve, right? So when you do book that shoot, make sure you ask for feedback so that you know how to improve for your next bookings. 8, skipping contracts or not fully understanding them before agreeing to terms. I have other videos on scams and what to avoid, but you should never pay out of pocket when you first join an agency. You should only be paying an agency a percentage out of what you earn from whatever you booked. All right, so make sure you read your contracts thoroughly. Bring it to a lawyer if you can. Have someone else read it so you understand the fine print, and you should never be locking yourself into something that doesn't sound like it's worth your while, right? And understand, when you get representation, whether it be a manager, an agent, or any type of representative, understand that they represent you. So these are your terms that they need to agree to. So when you get that contract, you can revise it. You can add or take out whatever doesn't sit well with you, all right? So understand these contracts, but most importantly, when you get the contract, tell them I'm gonna need about 24 hours. I'm gonna look over it and I'll get back to you. Number 9, being inflexible with both your time and what it is that you offer. You want to offer a wide range of looks and skills, right? For me, I've played basketball, football, golf, baseball. That's all in my portfolio of things that I can do on set. My looks, I put my hair up, I put it down. I'm able to do different things and appeal to different areas, right? So I'm flexible. You don't want to just come in and say, my niche is this is what I'm only doing, because they're going to ask for you to do different things on set. So the more you have in your repertoire, in your portfolio, the better. Also, being inflexible with your time is very important. If you want to become an aspiring model or actor, you want to be flexible with your time. So I recommend you get a bartending job, a catering job, or something that's going to allow you to work on your time so that you can attend these auditions or in-person castings and be able to put yourself out there, right? So you don't want to miss something big. Maybe you get a job from your agent that pays $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 and you can't go because you have a 9-to-5 and you're at work. So be flexible with your time and be flexible with the things that you offer in your portfolio and your range of skills. 10, poor communication skills. This is very important in all areas in life and not just being a model or an actor. You want to have good communication skills with your agent, photographers, the client. For example, when I get an email from my agent telling me I have to submit, I confirm that email. Once I submit the audition or casting or photos, whatever they need to my agent, I ask them to confirm to me and make sure that they received it and it's able to be downloaded. When I'm headed to set, if I'm going to be late for whatever reason, there's a client contact number on my email. I let them know, hey, I'm about 10 minutes out. Sorry for the inconvenience. Always communicating. When I get to set, I ask them, what's the vision for the shoot? What's the mood? But most clients will already tell you that, but you want to have a clear idea of what's going on, but you communicate that, right? With photographers, the same thing, asking for that feedback. Would you like me to slow down? Would you like me to pose more? Communicating throughout the shoot, all right? So having good communication skills is not just great for being a model or actor or a phenomenal model or actor, but it's also great for life and interacting with people in general. It shows people that you're trustworthy and that they can actually work with you. Here's some bonus ones. Number 11, neglecting legal aspects. It's important that you understand everything that you represent and understand everything that you're allowed to do on set and what's in the terms. So when you get booked, you need to look over your terms. Maybe your terms are just photo and you get to set and the client's asking you to do video. So understanding your terms and everything that's supposed to happen with you on set is very important. Your agent should communicate this to you if they're really good, right? But you should also know what to do and what to look for so that you can protect yourself in the long run. Number 12, last but certainly not least, resilience. I see so many people giving up too fast after getting rejected from countless amount of agencies, or even if they have an agency and they're not getting booked or getting any jobs. You have to stay resilient. Listen, Morgan Freeman didn't start acting till like 67 years old. We don't take losses. Everything is a lesson. Everything that happens to you is going to make you become a better person, right? Maybe you're not ready for it right now. We need to go through the turmoil and the trial and tribulations to become the best version of ourselves so that when we do achieve that, when we do get that role or we do get that cover photo shoot, we're our best self, all right? So stay resilient and keep on going. I want to try something else out. If you have any recommendations or anything that you really want to know when it comes to becoming a model or actor, comment below and I'll make a video on it in the future. In my opinion, and these are a lot of the mistakes that I've made. So hopefully this helped you. If you found this video helpful, follow for more modeling content. And as always, like and subscribe. It'll help me push out the channel to help more aspiring models like yourself. And if you want to join my modeling group while I'm helping people find representation and build their portfolio, click the link in the description and let's continue to strut our way to success.